Good morning, happy Saturday. It's stupid o'clock in the morning and we're going over to look after Walter and Albert, who've presumably been up for hours at this point. We haven't. Oh, we're nearly going over.
Welcome to another episode of Toby's Stupid Vlog.
So we're spending the day with them whilst Alexander go to a wedding in Brussels, and then tomorrow we're going over to my parents along with Crystal's parents. So we're not really getting much of a weekend this week. Who needs a weekend? It's like I've had plenty. There was that one where I was drunk in Norwich. There was that one that I was travelling all day. I don't remember when I had a weekend. I'm assured I did.
No!
Playground silliness.
I did not. No!
Good morning, it's Sunday. You saw a tiny portion of yesterday's anarchy. We've slept. They slept really well. Right. Albert went to bed at about 4:45 and he only woke up this morning at 6:30. I mean, bar a brief moment. So that's ridiculous. And Walter went to bed several times and then finally at around 8 o'clock. And then we crashed out about an hour and a half later. It's a lovely day today, but we're a bit tired. And meanwhile, those two are playing upstairs, actually quite well at the moment, although I'd probably just cursed it. And we're coming to terms with being awake downstairs. What's happening in the farming world?
Me. I'm doing farm work. At the farm to go to my farm to Crystal.
Auntie Crystal's downstairs.
I'm doing lots of farm work. I'm doing lots of farm work.
That's good.
Me.
So this is where the sound on my camera failed handily, but this clip is from back home. Myself and Crystal and our parents had a first sort of get together after the wedding and a nice meal. Happy Monday. I've slept properly and I feel much better. That was quite a taster as to what it's like having two kids. Exhausting is the answer, but more so when they're at that particular age. Anyway, yesterday was good with the parents and we're now mostly recovered. So I've got today at home. I have just finished the first render of a video that I've been working on. Just doing a couple of vlogs, hopefully including the Swiss vlog if I get time. Apologies for the slight tardiness as ever. It has become a sort of 2-week delay. It's just how it is. And then I'm going to go into Richmond a bit later on and do some chores and some errands. Yesterday was a proper summer's day. Today, not so much. But it's still pleasant enough, still warm. Still might take the opportunity to go for a walk when I get to Richmond. Or go for a walk into Richmond maybe. Need to recharge my batteries a bit. And the errands I was talking about, one is buying a tie for Dell and Steff's wedding. Now that I know kind of the vague colour scheme that's going on, or at least what Dell's wearing, I know what Crystal's wearing. And I need to pay in a cheque from the one employer who still insists on paying me with cheques because 1995 is fun. And yeah, and then I'm mostly up to date with most of my tasks for today at least. So in the end I ended up getting a bus into Richmond because it was about to pour with rain. And now it's cleared up, I'm walking back. This is North Sheen Recreational Ground. And I have run my errands, paid him a cheque, bought a couple of ties, tried to find some new trainers because both of my trainers that I bought a couple of years ago, I bought 2 pairs to try and limit the wear, but they've frankly both worn out really. I still haven't found a replacement, but I've done my videos this morning. I'm going to go home and do another vlog, and yeah, quite productive day. Good morning. It's Wednesday. I've had one day at home and one day at ESP, and today I was going to be at home, except that my laptop, my very expensive laptop, I should add, has decided that it's got a few dead pixels. So now we're taking it to the Mac doctor so I can roll my eyes. And brilliantly, the sound failed again. But here we can see that I am approaching the Apple Store because I have a dead pixel on my new MacBook Pro. So I've just been in there and they have told me that they're going to replace the screen. But obviously I can't give them the laptop right at this point because I need it for work. And so I'm now about to head off home again. Then I'm going to have to come back here at some point and drop off the laptop for repair whilst we go on honeymoon. In the meantime, whilst we've been hanging around here, I managed to go to the Swatch shop and buy myself a new watch because that's what I really needed. So I'm back. The remaining part of the shopping was reasonably successful. Did I mention it's also one of the wettest days of the year today? Yeah, August the 9th. Some people might call it summer. I've been soaked to the skin twice so far, so got to go and buy some eggs now. So number 3 it is. It's a nice sunny day in central London. I spent this morning up here on the left at the Euston Road at the Santander offices doing some filming, and I spent this afternoon editing it, and now I'm getting on a train going to Collier's Wood for Sasha's birthday.
No. Size 7. Don't put it on the table, don't put it on the table.
The new shoes.
The new shoes, you went with something black shoes. No, it's any new shoes.
I've got a lot of bad luck.
Like them. Yeah.
Size 7?
And then the other bits in the third.
Yeah, because my work train is size 7.
And they're normally the same size, so.
Good afternoon. So we're going off to NEP, K-N-E-P-P, this afternoon for Dell's wedding tomorrow. We're staying there actually tonight and tomorrow night, and technically we're allowed to stay Sunday night, but we'll most likely come back so we can get to work on Monday. And before then I've got to do some packing obviously, and I've got to do some eating because I didn't have breakfast. So I'm going to go and buy some things. I'm going to buy things we might have for breakfast tomorrow as well, like some bacon and eggs and what have you. And because we're camping. Did I mention this? We're glamping. Glampy campy. So yes, we can cook our own food and whatnot. We probably won't do that this evening. We'll go to a pub or something. But tomorrow morning for breakfast we probably will. And maybe even Sunday morning. Sunday is a bit of an unknown at the moment. We don't really know how exhausted we're going to be and what we're going to do. But tomorrow is going to be a wedding spectacular. Tomorrow for you is obviously the next vlog, so get ready for that. Last thing you'll see tonight is hopefully an excellent tent. Hello. So just getting things together for the wedding. I've got most things together. It's so much more relaxing when it's somebody else's wedding. And I say that. Okay, at our wedding, everybody left everything in the cloakroom, broadly speaking. My brother left his bag with all of his clothes. Abby apparently left his sense of direction. And Dell left his very expensive umbrella, which I've been holding on to ever since. So I keep saying, oh, should we meet up before the wedding? I can give you your umbrella back. Ha ha ha, you might need it. He won't. Anyway, so he texted me last night because we hadn't managed to meet up aside from the stag do, saying, don't forget my umbrella. So obviously I'm not going to forget his umbrella. Except I can't find his umbrella because I did something brilliant with it because I was going to take it, originally I was going to take it on the stag do. But I don't know where I put it. It's quite an expensive umbrella as well. And I've obviously had a brilliant plan, and that plan now eludes me. Found it. That was a relief. I'm going to wrap it because it's, you know, it's a wedding, so wrap it up. So that's good. Umbrella retrieved. I'm going to go for a little walk, take a couple of photos in queue, and then I'm going to come back and we're going to head off, I think. when Crystal comes back and finishes her packing. Here we are, back once again, with a lot of geese and a few seagulls. Some kid by the Victoria Gate is having a proper meltdown. I mean, sometimes I sympathise, but I mean, of all the places in the world you can be stressed, this really isn't one of them. Look where we are. Really does feel like my home. I really can't explain it. But it almost did before we got married, and now it definitely does. It feels like my lawn, my garden. It's just a great place, and I'm so happy that I can come back anytime I want, except when there's a wedding on that isn't mine. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I've just found a path I never knew existed. When you come out of the beds in the walled garden, there's this path, which I must have walked past a dozen times on that path, which granted is only 5 metres away, but I never knew this was here. We're here, or in the car park. Look, here's some teepees and things. This is where we are, somewhere in there. Once we're actually settled, I'll show you a bit more. Welcome to our little tent. It's a little dark. If I pin back the doors, we're in the woods. I think that takes us to the campsite. So here's our tent. Give you some context. These are them woods which we're in. Those are our neighbours. I don't know if there's anyone in those. And that is the bathroom, which you can see just beyond those two trees, in sort of white there. So I mean, we're about the closest to a toilet that you can be. We're back in the tent. We've had some dinner at the local pub, and there's not a lot you can see because there's no natural lights apart from these little things. It's very dark outside, so we're going to bed and we're going to see what it looks like tomorrow for wedding day.
Toby